Ike for president, Ike for president, Ike for president, Ike for president. You like Ike, I like Ike, everybody likes Ike for president. Hang out the banner, beat the drum, we'll take Ike to Washington. We don't want John
or Dean
or Harry, let's do that big job right. Just get in step with the guy that's left, get in step with Ike. You like Ike, I like Ike, everybody likes Ike for president. Hang out the banner, beat the drum, take Ike to Washington. We got to get where we are going, travel day and night for president. Let Adelaide go the other way, we'll all go with Ike. You like Ike, I like Ike, everybody likes Ike for president. Hang out the banner, beat the drum, we'll take Ike to Washington, we'll take Ike to Washington.
Now is the time for all good Americans to come to the aid of their country. Vote for Eisenhower.
Kennedy, 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 Kennedy.
Do you want a man for president who's seasoned through and through, but not so doggone seasoned that he won't try something new? A man who's old enough to know
and young enough to do.
Well, it's up to you, it's up to you, it's strictly up to you.
Do you like a man who answers straight, a man who's always fair?
We'll measure him against the others, and when you compare, you'll cast your vote for Kennedy and a change that's overdue. So it's up to you, it's up to you, it's strictly up to you. Yes, it's Kennedy, 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 for me. Kennedy, 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 Kennedy,
These are the stakes. To make a world in which all of God's children can live, or to go into the dark. We must either love each other, or we must die.
Vote for President Johnson on November 3rd. The stakes are too high for you to stay home.
Sock it to me?
It's morning again in America. Today, more men and women will go to work than ever before in our country's history. With interest rates at about half the record highs of 1980, nearly 2,000 families today will buy new homes, more than at any time in the past 4 years. This afternoon, 6,500 young men and women will be married. And with inflation at less than half of what it was just 4 years ago, they can look forward with confidence to the future. It's morning again in America. And under the leadership of President Reagan, our country is prouder and stronger and better. Why would we ever want to return to where we were less than 4 short years ago?
believe we need to encourage personal responsibility so people are accountable for their actions. And I believe in government that is responsible to the people. There's a big difference in philosophy between my opponent and me. You trust government, I trust you. I trust you to invest some of your own Social Security money for higher returns. I trust local people to run their own schools. I trust you with some of the budget surplus. We should help people live their lives, but not run them. I'm asking for your vote. These 4 years have brought moments I could not foresee and will not forget. I've learned firsthand that ordering Americans into battle is the hardest decision, even when it is right. I have returned the salute of wounded soldiers who say they were just doing their job. I've held the children of the fallen who are told their dad or mom is a hero, but would rather just have their mom or dad. I've met with the parents and wives and husbands who have received a folded flag. And in those military families, I have seen the character of a great nation. Because of your service and sacrifice, we are defeating the terrorists where they live and plan, and you're making America safer. I will never relent in defending America, whatever it takes. I'm George W. Bush, and I approve this message.
If you have any question about what John Kerry's made of, just spend 3 minutes with the men who served with him 30 years.
I served with John Kerry.
I served with John Kerry.
John Kerry has not been honest about what happened in Vietnam.
He is lying about his record.
I know John Kerry is lying about his first Purple Heart because I treated him for that injury.
John Kerry lied to get his Bronze Star. I know. I was there. I saw what happened.
His account of what happened and what actually happened are the difference between night and day.
John Kerry has not been honest.
And he lacks the capacity to lead.
When the chips were down, you could not count on John Kerry.
John Kerry is no war hero.
He betrayed all his shipmates. He lied before the Senate.
And John Kerry betrayed the men and women he served with in Vietnam.
He dishonored his country. He most certainly did.
I served with John Kerry. John Kerry cannot be trusted.
Swift Boat Veterans for Truth is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
I'm Sarah Palin, candidate for governor. Alaska's changed a lot since the days most fireplaces burned wood. Now many of us rely in some way on natural gas, but supplies are low in Cook Inlet. It's time to bring gas from the slope to heat our homes and fuel our economy. It's good business to open gas line negotiations to all viable parties. We need to put new energy into these negotiations to secure our future. We need to put Alaskans first.
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep. But there's a phone in the White House and it's ringing. Something's happening in the world. Your vote will decide who answers that call. Whether it's someone who already knows the world's leaders, knows the military, someone tested and ready to lead in a dangerous world. It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep. Who do you want answering the phone?
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
It shall be known that in 2008 the world will be blessed. They will call him the One.
A nation healed, a world repaired. We are the ones we've been waiting for.
And he has anointed himself, ready to carry the burden of the One. To quote Barack, I have become a symbol of America returning to our best traditions. He can do no wrongs.
Do you have any doubts?
Never. Can you see the light?
A light will shine down from somewhere. It will light upon you. You will experience an epiphany. And you will say to yourself, I have to vote for Barack.
And the world shall receive his blessings.
This was the moment when the rise of the oceans began to slow and our planet began to heal.
Behold his mighty hand.
Barack Obama may be the one, but is he ready to lead?
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Meredith. We're trying to encourage more voters from our generation to participate in this historic election. For the first time, our generation could determine who controls the White House and America's future. All we have to do is show up and vote.
If you're looking for some opportunities to get informed, here's some ideas.
Email any of these free videos to your friends or family or anyone else who can help get the word out. And encourage everyone you know to vote. You can also get 2 Voters t-shirts and hats on our website.
Check out a news program on MSNBC called Countdown with Keith Olbermann. The show runs twice nightly. Check your schedule. Olbermann is witty and intelligent, and his news pieces are always thought-provoking.
That's it. Just remember to register by October 3rd, then show up and vote.
I'm going to do something to government. I'm going to make it simpler and smaller and smarter, getting rid of programs, turning programs back to states, and finally making government itself more efficient. I'm going to get rid of Obamacare. It is a moral imperative for America to stop spending more money than we take in. It's killing jobs, and it's keeping our kids from having the bright prospects they deserve. The experience of balancing budgets is desperately needed in Washington, and I will take it there.
I'm Mitt Romney, and I approve this message.
He's Rick Santorum, a loving husband, a devoted father, homeschooler, and a man of deep faith. He wrote the law that banned partial birth abortions, overhauled America's welfare system, and no one has done more to protect America from Iran's growing threat than Rick Santorum. It's no wonder Palin, Beck, and Huckabee are singing his praises. Now it's your turn to join the fight.
I'm Rick Santorum, and I approve this message.
What has Massachusetts given us? A liberal governor who wanted us to believe he is strong on defense. A liberal senator who wanted us to believe he was a man of the people. And a Massachusetts moderate who runs away from Ronald Reagan.
Look, I was an independent during the time of Reagan-Bush. I'm not trying to return to Reagan-Bush.
Romney donated to Democrats, and given the choice to vote in the Democrat or Republican primary, Romney chose the Democrats, voting for a liberal Democrat instead of President George H.W. Bush. Romney opposed the contract with America, raised taxes, and authored government-mandated health care with taxpayer-funded abortions. But now, he tells us, trust me, I'm a conservative. Massachusetts moderate Mitt Romney, he'll say anything to win. Anything. And just like John Kerry,
laissez les bon temps rouler.
He speaks French, too.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Mitt Romney.
But he's still a Massachusetts moderate, and a Massachusetts moderate cannot beat Barack Obama.
Made in America. For generations of Michigan auto workers, it's more than a slogan. It's a way of life. But when 1 million jobs were on the line, every Republican candidate turned their back, even said, let Detroit go bankrupt. Not him.
Don't bet against the American auto industry.
Now, a retooled, restructured industry is back because of the grit and sacrifice of Michigan workers.
Don't bet against the American worker.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Well, it seems like the last couple of elections that we've had have been almost kind of turning point campaigns.
Kind of nervous about it. It's like it's coming. Here it is, 2012, the election.
I think it needs to reflect the changes that we've seen in the last 2.5 years. Then we had an underdog senator. You know, nobody thought that he had a chance. And now he's the president.
I just saw the energy and hope that he had for this country. But even though I couldn't exactly vote at the time, I knew that someday I'd be able to help re-elect him. And that's what I plan on doing.
We're not leaving it up to chance. We're not leaving it up to, oh, you know, the incumbent, the type of thing. It's an election that we have to win.
And unfortunately, President Obama is one person. He cannot go, plus he got a job. You know, we're paying him to do a job, so we can't say, hey, could you just take some time off and come and get us all energized? So we better figure it out.
I can't not be involved. There's just too much that is fundamentally important right now that's going on.
As a community, we all have the same concerns. We all want our kids to go to school and learn. We want them to graduate. We want jobs to be out there. We want people to have homes. We want people to have opportunity.
I don't agree with Obama on everything, but I respect him and I trust him.
There are so many things that are still on the table that need to be addressed, and we want them to be addressed by President Obama.
I had this perception that politics was all show, it was all sound bites, but politics is how we govern ourselves. That's what politics is. At the grassroots level, It's individuals talking to other individuals and making a difference.